Hi everybody, Sister Scaleback Kathy coming in for my week 40 gastric bypass RNY update. I had surgery June 16th, 2014 at Toronto Western Hospital in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. My highest weight ever was 361. Day of surgery I was 339 pounds, and last week I came to you with a weight of 259. This week I am at 256. So that's a 3-pound loss for the week. I'm so happy to see that. It's been a while since I had anything more than a pound or two. So 3, over the moon. Great, thank you. I don't know what I did extra to deserve that. I have started eating a little bit more dense food, so I'm feeling the restriction a little bit more. That could possibly be it. But to be honest with you, yesterday I ate half a panzerotti. A small panzerotti, but half, in one sitting. So I am able to eat more. I always have been able to eat more. I hear people worry about that, and I firmly believe it's not about the size of your pouch. It's really about... this process is really about a hormonal change in your body, more so than it is just the size of the pouch or the size of the stomach if you are a sleever. And eventually those hormonal issues will change around, and that's why people start regaining again. So I am at just a little bit over 9 months, and let's see, at 256. I would like to get under 200. That's my goal. So I do have to step it up a bit when it comes to physical fitness, for sure. I do have a YMCA membership. I do go to the Y. I don't go as often as I should. It is starting to get nicer outside, so I'm doing some more walking, which is great. I actually am enjoying it. I mean, I used to be able to walk and get my mail. I have one of those community boxes where you have to walk to get your mail, or drive. And I used to drive, first of all. But it's a good 1.5 kilometers away. And, well, 1 kilometer away. And I used to be able to sometimes walk there, and my husband would come pick me up for the ride home. And now I walk there and back, no problem. I mean, it's like a cakewalk. Really. So I am so impressed with the quality of life that I have now. It's just amazing. I can shop for hours. Shop till you drop. By the way, I just went to the casino on the weekend. Niagara Falls has a Falls View casino, it's called. And it's not just a casino. There's a theater in there. There are shopping, a lot of shopping in there. And then, of course, you get the beautiful view of the falls. So it's a wonderful trip. Bus takes me there and back for the day. It includes a buffet, and since it's only $17 for the bus trip, that includes the buffet. I don't feel guilty that I can't eat very much, because it's not like I'm paying $30 for this event. It's basically a free buffet. So I just eat whatever, is within my ability, like roast beef, vegetables, something off the salad bar usually. Let's see. They have sugar-free desserts too, so I always allow myself one sugar-free dessert. Got to be careful with sugar-free desserts, especially out in public, because you don't know what exactly they've used in those desserts. This was some sort of cake. I had half. They're little tiny squares. They're not very big, And I had half of that little tiny cake, and I realized that I was starting to feel high, which is really just sugar. So it was some form of a sugar alcohol, and it was making me feel high. So I stopped eating it. So I'm starting to learn the signs, which is good. What am I eating lately, just in general? For those of you who are wondering, I eat eggs in the morning, every morning. Eggs are my go-to. I usually have one. A lot of times my husband, who is still pre-op, will make me an omelet or make me eggs, and he automatically makes 2. In his mind, he cannot fathom the fact that I can only eat 1 egg. So a lot of times, I only eat half of whatever he makes, or I have to remind him it's just one egg, or I make it myself because I'm starting to realize that a lot of food is being wasted. I do have 2 dogs, so wasted is, relative. They get the leftovers, right? For lunch, I usually have lunch meat and cheese, or just cheese, which I know I'm supposed to pair protein with a carb. According to my dietitian, I'm supposed to pair the protein with the carb, balance things out. Lunch meat and cheese, or just cheese, or a protein bar, or sometimes a salad, or sometimes cheese with crackers, but it always involves cheese. Now I'm starting to realize, after looking back through my FitnessPal, sister scale back on FitnessPal if you want to follow me, I eat a lot of cheese. I love cheese. And that's probably why I have issues with constipation. So I'm trying to lower the cheese intake a little bit. That might be another reason why I have a 3-pound loss this week. But, I'm going to stop trying to figure out why and I don't want to look a gift horse in the mouth. I'm happy. And for suppers, I usually have meat, a dense meat, like chicken or steak. I can tolerate every meat. I don't eat pork, so I don't have to worry about that. But I can eat a steak, a small, 4-ounce, 3-ounce steak, and vegetables. Sometimes I'll have a baby mini potato or 2. Other nights I might have a chicken salad, and it's usually a very small bowl, like what used to maybe be my cereal bowl, which is about 2 cups. Salad is considered a slider food, but honestly, there's no calorie in a salad. The calorie comes from the dressing and the cheese and whatever else you put on it. I do have these, you get them at Costco. It's called Nature Source salad toppers, which is, it's salad toppers light. And it has pumpkin seeds, sesame seeds, few cranberries. And I use that to top my salad. So get a little bit of extra protein from the nuts. Don't mind me, spring is sprung, and I have allergies. For supper, I also sometimes eat a tortilla pizza, so I'll just crisp up a tortilla in the oven and then put, my sauce, a little bit of sauce and my toppings on there. Sometimes my husband makes a crustless pizza using ground turkey as the base. And he mashes it up real fine, pounds it down real thin, bakes it so it's the crust, and then you add your topping. And believe me, that is more filling than an actual pizza because of the protein in the ground turkey. So that's really what I eat. My snacks are usually cheese, usually a turkey pepperoni stick, sometimes a banana with peanut butter, but I've really tried to get away from the bananas, high in sugar. And I am feeling the restriction a little bit more, which I'm happy about, because for a while, eating slider foods like bananas, like crackers, even salad, and I was putting too much stuff on my salad, and cheese is a slider food as well. But those things make you feel like your pouch isn't working because you can eat too much of it and you don't feel it. It just slides right through. That's why they're called slider foods. Bad hair day. So that's what the hat's all about. So anyway, that's what I eat in a week, or in a day, typically. I do sometimes once or twice a week still go out to eat. If I do, it's usually a chicken. And I usually end up taking leftovers home. I've never tried to use one of those cards or the excuse, could I order off the children's menu because I'm a bariatric patient. First of all, I don't like to tell people unless I have to. And secondly, I'm up for the leftovers and I can have them later, and it's an extra meal or 2 sometimes. I am still struggling a little bit with the low carb. Like I said, last night I had half a Panzerotti. And it doesn't happen all the time, but boy, when I get it in my mind that I want something carb, I really get it in my mind. Like I can't get rid of it. It is an addiction. It really is. And I do notice that the further out that I avoid it, the more I don't crave it. So I know it's an addiction. This week is going to be a busy week for me. We are going to be painting our kitchen, painting our blue room. Any of you that might have watched some of my previous videos, I do have I call it the blue room. It has 2 shades of blue, which is my favorite color, by the way. Kind of like this and this. Yeah. Anyway, so we're going to be repainting. My husband, when I was at the casino on the weekend, decided that he would do something really nice for me, and he would rearrange all my pictures. And I have a lot of pictures. I love pictures. Pictures are expressive, and they make me feel good. And I had them just how I liked them. And he took them all down, and he rearranged everything. And now there are nail holes everywhere, cracks in the walls from him using the hammer, and it was nice of him to try, wasn't it? I shouldn't bitch him out, should I? But I have to redo it all now. Maybe it's a little OCD, I don't know. So that's what I'm going to be doing all week. He's going to be helping me. Anyways, once you start with one project, then you realize, well, the blue room's all, messed up from all the pictures he took down. And then I realized maybe I should actually get some curtains for behind me instead of these blinds. But the reason I've always had blinds is because the dust kind of doesn't settle on them. They just, whereas curtains, you always have to wash those, especially if you're a pet owner. I have 2 dogs, 2 cats. I mean, there is fur growing in my baseboards, okay? Like, it's a nonstop battle. Nonstop battle. I just had to go buy a new vacuum yesterday because of that very issue. And so once you start looking around and it's spring and you get these projects in your mind, they grow. Now all of a sudden I'm looking at my kitchen realizing it's not as white as it used to be, so now I have to repaint that. We've lived in this house for 16 years. Yeah, 16 years. We painted the whole thing when we moved in, and it has not been painted since. I was a smoker when I moved in, and I quit the year after. So some of the white is a little yellow, and it's a little grease, stained from cooking, and, So here we go. It'll be great for me to do this, though, and this is something I want to point out. 2 years ago, that would not have even entered my mind. I wouldn't even have considered it. It would have been unfathomable to attempt to paint anything in my house. Just standing for 30 minutes seemed impossible at that time. So I'm not really sitting here complaining about what I have to do. I'm actually saying these things because I love the fact that I can do them. I'm back. I feel like I'm back to where I used to be. I wasn't always overweight. There are people who always were. And then there are people who weren't, then got overweight, obese, and then go back. And that's how I feel. I feel like I'm finally getting back to where I used to be. And I'm just in love with that feeling. So I hope you're all having a great week. Thank you for watching and subscribing and supporting. Comment below if you have any questions or comments. I love reading them. I love replying to them if I get the time, which is another thing that's starting to get scarce around here because spring cleaning, going out, walking, doing things. The more I get doing that, the less I have time for YouTube, which is scaring me because I don't want to leave. I don't want to have to stop. So I do watch them. Sometimes it takes me a week to get caught up on everybody. So if you don't see me commenting on your videos right away, it's just because I'm busy. But I'll get to you. I will. I hope everybody's doing well. I want to give a shout out real quick to Darby Did and say my condolences, Darby. I'm sorry about the loss of your sister. You are doing fabulous, and I know she would want you to keep doing your best. And I know you will. So you're a wonderful person, and I love watching your videos. So everybody, go check out Darby Did if you have not seen her videos, okay? We'll talk to you next week. Hope you have a great week, everybody, and keep smiling. Bye.